space. Starting. Visual drill. Okay. Rolling on the river.
Take one, only take. Suckers. What up, though?
What they do?
Bienvenidos to episode 43. We are happy to have you. Welcome to our humble abode. I am Dashawn.
Yeah.
Okay, she's Amanda.
Episode 43. They know me by now. Stop playing.
I mean, we're building, so there might be somebody that never saw us before. You feel
All
me?
right. Hi, I'm Amanda.
That's crazy.
Ain't it?
This episode is brought to you by our sponsors, Free the Souls Clothing. Check us out, freethesoulsclothing.com.
It's giving liberated luxury. It's giving intentionality. It's giving self-empowerment. It's giving social injustice awareness. It's giving hit the site. It's giving DM us if you want a special discount code. It's giving
all that. She just shot a whole commercial. I also want to
with
give
no Free the Souls on right now.
Big shout out to the homie Sir Mill, the barber.
Period.
Homie Jamil, one of the best barbers in the game. You see I'm rocking the Millennial hoodie. Millennial Barber is his joint. So hit him up, Sir Mill, the barber, on IG and order these sweatsuits, the Millennial Barber sweatsuits. They don't say Millennial Barber because obviously if you're not
A barber
it doesn't
then,
matter. But
yeah.
Millennial Barber is the brand. Millennial is what the sweatsuit says. So hit the homie up, man. Whether you need your hairline sculpted or
Sculpted.
That's what he calls it.
It's
He's
aggressive.
a professional. Yeah,
It's
one
giving
of the
Mona
best in the
Lisa.
game. Yeah, he's
giving
he's
the
an artist.
statue of David.
He's an artist with it.
Okay.
He's an artist with it. You feel me?
Sculpted.
But yeah, these Millennial hoodies, man, they fire. They fire and
They
feel
are
great.
actually here.
They feel
The
great.
entire
Whole
sweatsuit is fire.
So yeah, shout out to my homie
And it's
Jamil.
giving
You feel me?
mauve.
Ha ha ha. Giving mauve.
I
don't think this is
It's not mauve. It's too light to be
like a
mauve.
khaki kind of thing.
It's like a plum khaki.
Yeah.
Flaky.
Yeah. But we're not here to discuss that. We're here to give y'all part 2 of what I wish I knew as a newlywed. Why are we dropping bombs?
Because it's been a little while.
Okay.
I may have dropped a little baby bomb in the last episode, but
A what? Baby bomb?
baby bomb.
I don't
Like
like
a
that.
little one.
Can we reword that, please? I don't like that at all. I don't like that. Yeah. I don't like that.
what should I call them, y'all? Let me know.
I don't know, but not
I'm asking
baby
them.
bomb.
I want my baby bomb, baby bomb, baby bomb.
Amanda, no. Stop that.
Sorry.
Yeah, this is going in this is going in a bad direction. I might need to edit that out. Yeah, definitely. All right. Listen, last episode, we gave y'all some tips. We wish men to stop laughing.
I'm not.
You looking at me with the I want to laugh eyes, though.
Do nothing.
Last episode, we gave y'all our first installment of what we wish we knew as newlyweds. We feel like with 9 years in the game, March 29th, 2023 makes 9 years of marriage.
Made
9 years of marriage. Wow.
Wow.
It's past March 29th. No, the year is going fast. You know how it go.
Yeah, but you remember the things that are important to you.
I didn't forget our anniversary.
That it. Okay.
Nor did I forget how long we've been married. I just said that the date hadn't come, but it actually passed because of how fast the year is going. I still know the date and the amount of years we've been married. In addition to 19 years of relationship /dating experience.
You getting old.
I'm getting old.
Yeah.
I'm getting new, baby.
Okay. Yep.
Every day I wake up is a new me. Y'all can get
Every
old.
day, new mercies I see.
Okay. But anyway,
Mom,
we
I
felt
can't.
that we could add some value to
Crazy.
people's lives who are either they're just getting married or they've been married a couple years, but it still feels fresh, still feels new. Not to say that we have like decades worth of experience. We haven't even gotten to the first decade of marriage, but we do believe we have some things that we talked through that we wish we knew
Yeah.
when we first got married in order to get us off to a healthier start.
Go. I want to go lay down.
All right. Speaking of go lay down, this episode is also brought to you by Rest by Lynn. Listen, I'm right now holding one of the most comfortable pillows I have ever laid my head on. Ever. And I'm not saying this because this is a partnership. It's actually a partnership because I believe this is one of the most comfortable pillows I've ever laid on. Listen, hit up restbylynn.com. She's offering y'all a special discount only because y'all rocking with Dysfunctional Family. So go to restbylynn.com for all of your pillows. I'm talking
She got
pillows.
neck pillows.
Yeah, neck pillows
She
for
got
when you
couch
fly
pillows.
in. Couch pillows.
She got floor pillows.
Floor pillows.
If you want to go on a picnic, the oversized jumbo joints.
I mean, all the dope pillows.
Galore.
Y'all go to restbylynn.com. She has a special code just for you for tuning in. TFF15. All right?
15.
That stands for Dysfunctional Family. So TFF15, and you're going to get 15% off any of your orders. All right? I'm telling you, go. This is some of the best pillows you'll ever get. And they beautiful, too.
Beautiful. So many different Kente fabric.
It's just beautiful.
All
right. Rest by Lynn. Peace.
Right. And I think our context is unique because we dated for 10 years prior to getting married. So like we met when I was 13, Dashawn was 14. We got married at 24.
Right.
And then
preface
so
that.
we got married.
You got preface at how early we met, because some people hear that we was dating 10 years, they like, dang girl, you let that man date you for that long? Not realizing I proposed at like 23 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So like we got married young. We got married at 24. So we had 10 years of relational experience prior to that. But dating someone is very much different from being married to them. So even though we've been together for a while, we also didn't live together before we got married, which I know is more of a commonality nowadays where you kind of live together and you kind of have the experience of what it's like to share that space with someone. And we did not have that by choice. Like we just didn't want to. So nothing against anyone.
Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah. So nothing against anyone who, has gone that route. This is just our context.
Right.
So a lot of learning each other didn't happen until we came into that space together because, we just didn't go that route. So, yeah.
I do think, though, that, like, there is, maybe because marriage is something that's more of a God covenant for me than just something we do because we're in love, right?
Yeah.
But for me, there is still something, like, uniquely different about, like, living together pre-marriage and then getting married. It comes with a different weight with that commitment. Like, I can't just get up and walk out like I could if we was dating. Like, when I'm packing my stuff, I'm going to my mother's house. They like come back when we make up. Then go and then come back when we make up. Nah, it ain't that. There's a certain like, okay, I gotta think about everything if I walk out. I gotta think about how much this divorce lawyer is gonna cost me. I gotta think about
my own rent.
My own rent. I gotta think if we have kids. Like it's way more things to think about when you get married. There's a certain weight that covenant brings that I still think makes the relationship shift and become unique, even if you were living together pre-marriage. But anyway, like you said, that's not our context. But here's one of the things I wish I knew. Good God Almighty. I've grown so much as a man, being with you, being a father of our daughters.
Let me upgrade you.
Yeah, no, you have. You have upgraded me like exponentially. You have 10x'd my life.
Talk about me a little bit more. What else?
Okay. If you fishing for the compliments, you ain't gonna get them.
Point is, I made his life better.
Yes, point is, you made my life better. Here's what I will say. At the start of our relationship, I did not understand as a young man that disagreement did not always equate to disrespect. And I used to take anything that you disagreed with as a disrespect to what I was or what was important to me.
Mm-hmm.
And my advice would be, or my tip or tidbit that I would share is this: disrespect should not be tolerated, but disagreement should be welcomed.
I like
Say
it.
that again. Disrespect should not be tolerated, but disagreement should be welcomed. A lot of times when we get married, especially at the start of it, anytime there's a disagreement, you start thinking, when the relationship is fresh, it's like, oh my gosh, like the world is on fire
Mm-hmm.
when there's a disagreement, not realizing a disagreement is just an expression
Mm-hmm.
that someone's opinion is different than yours.
Yeah.
That's all a
It's
disagreement
not
is.
about who's right or wrong. It's just I see this situation in a different light than you do.
My perspective is different, right? If I'm on the right side and you're on the left side and we're looking at something in the middle,
Yeah.
I can only see what's on the right side. You can only see what's on the left side. Our perspectives are different based on where we are sitting.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting from a certain context. You're sitting from a certain context. You were raised a certain way. I was raised a certain way. You were raised in a certain neighborhood. I was raised in a certain neighborhood. You went to certain schools. I went to certain schools, right? Like all those things come into play. When you guys disagree, you got to welcome that.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you stifle anytime someone has a different opinion than you, especially your spouse, what starts to get built up is resentment. Because now what they do is comply, but they don't really understand. They're just doing it, right? Because they think that that's what you want to do. And I used to take anything that you disagree with as like a personal insult. How is this not right? And it's like sometimes it's not about being right or wrong. It's about seeing it from a different perspective. So arguments happen in our past, especially when we first got married. I thought a good marriage meant we weren't supposed to disagree.
Yeah, like we're on the same page about everything.
And it's not that. Come on.
Yeah.
I want to look at every camera when I say that. Come on. Come on. Look at that camera, baby.
Come on.
Look at that one. I'm gonna look at this one. Come on.
Come on. It's not reality.
That's like,
yeah.
I can't believe that I went into my relationship thinking that we got to be on the same page about everything. And it sounds funny, but we'd be surprised at how many people actually think that.
Yeah. And I think as a result of that, as you mentioned, you begin part of what I had to undo as a result of feeling that I need to, as the head of the household, respect your opinion and kind of not reverence it, but honor that your logic behind certain things was more productive for our household as the head of the household, that some of the work that I had to do was trust my voice. A few years later, like I had to be unafraid to speak my mind for some time. And you, having learned that lesson from those first few years of marriage, had to kind of coach me through, you're safe here. It's okay. Like, I want to hear what you have to say. So once we learned how toxic and detrimental and unproductive it was for our marriage, I had to work through trusting that my voice was safe with you, and you had to work through making my voice safe. Which, was hard to recognize, but I think we're at a place now where we're both a lot more comfortable with hearing each other out respectfully.
Right. Because I think that if put it like this, if you disagreeing with me about a thing causes me to need to disrespect you in order for you to see my side, you're not really seeing my side. You just don't want, you're evading being disrespected.
Yeah, you ain't trying to deal with the
right. You're not seeing, you're being silenced.
Yeah.
There's not really understanding, right? And a lot of times, especially men, I'm gonna say this to the brothers because I think, obviously I'm talking from our context, right? A lot of times we think because we're men, we have to be loud and boisterous and commanding about what we need to say. And it's like, no, I can also be tender about what needs to be said. This is not about whether or not I'm right or wrong. This is about what's best for us.
Mm-hmm.
What's best for us. And that's what we have to start seeing. When there's a disagreement, I said this in the previous, no, I didn't say this in the previous episode. I think I said this in a Marriage Monday on our Instagram. Shameless plug. Go see our highlights. Marriage Monday. We drop a tip every Monday. Boom. I said this in a Marriage Monday. It's not me versus you when we're in a problem.
Mm-hmm.
When we are in a conflict, it's us versus the conflict.
Absolutely.
Right? And I use this example. Let's say we're having financial troubles. You think I should liquidate my 401k or my 403b and borrow against it. I think I have enough capacity to get a new job. The issue we're fighting against is neither one of us want to be broke.
Right.
It's not your opinion about me getting a new job versus my opinion about liquidating the 401k. It's us against we don't want to be broke.
Yeah. Right.
So we got to start looking at solutions as it's me and you against this thing, not me versus you.
Yeah.
And that's when disagreements lean towards disrespect. When I think it's me versus you and we're at war. No, we're not at war. We are at war at this thing that's trying to separate us or this thing that's trying to destroy who we are.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, sorry. I just had to get that off. Disrespect should not be tolerated, but disagreement should be welcome.
I love it.
What you got? What else what you wish you knew when we first got married?
Something that I wish.
I'm enjoying this with you, by the way. Just want to say
like
that.
the episode or like life?
Yeah, talking through this and podcasting with you.
Stop.
You feel me?
Make them turn these cameras off.
Okay, leave the cameras on, Amanda. Don't be nasty.
Oh, I'm like, you the nasty was gonna leave the cameras on.
I blew you a kiss. I ain't say nothing about turning no cameras off.
Can't take you nowhere. Leave the cameras on.
Like, yo, wait, can't take me nowhere? You didn't take me anywhere. We're
home.
In our living room. You ain't take me nowhere. Cut the camera off. While Bernie Mac said it. Cut the camera off. Cut the camera off. Sorry, no. Leave the camera on. Don't touch that button. Alvin Russell. Leave the camera.
You gonna expose the cameraman like that?
Yes. So they know who to book when they need their joints recorded. You feel me?
Yes. But long as it doesn't interfere with our shooting schedule.
Nah. It will never.
We come first.
It will never.
Pause. Something that I wish I knew when we first got married was that we needed to go in. I'm trying.
But you're not going to sneak in a pause like that.
I did, though.
Just go.
That's what I was trying to do, but you want to cut me off? All right. Another thing I wish I knew at the start of our marriage was that we needed to go in giving each other grace and also expecting to receive grace. As I mentioned earlier in the episode, we did not live together prior to being married, so there were a lot of like our...
Holiness is still right.
No shade to anyone who's living together. This is just not our context.
That's how I was raised.
All right.
So if I lived with you, I was gonna try.
Can I say my point?
What I'm saying? Get that. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just joking.
All right, starting over. Something I wish I knew at the start of our marriage is that we both needed to go in giving grace and expecting to receive grace from each other.
Right.
Because we didn't live together, and dating you and going on dates outside. You know, we hung out at each other's houses, but living together is a completely different monster. Not, for lack of a better term, monster than just like spending a lot of time outside doing recreational activities or just kind of hanging out for a couple hours at your house, my house. Who you are and the safety of your home is a lot different than who you are, like, just kind of hanging out and doing things. But
that's good.
Who you are, like, after you take a shower or when you wake up in the morning or Are you going to do the dishes or go to bed with a dirty sink, with a sink full of dishes? How often do you clean your bathroom? Do you leave the pots on the stove? Do you leave them in the sink to soak? Do you wash it? It's a lot of stuff that you just don't see about a person's day-to-day routine and functionality. That's just different from the dating phase. So go in and realize that you're learning a person. They're learning you. You're also learning yourself, and they're also learning themselves in this new phase. So you have to give grace to each other. You have to give grace to yourself, and you have to expect the same grace that you're extending, because it's a new experience for you both. Yeah. And you have to allow space for grace.
That's good.
You really gotta allow space for grace.
Yeah, I think going back to that whole like thinking we needed to be on the same page about everything, that also contributed to this image of perfection about a marriage. Like, oh, once you get married, everything's going to get better. Once you get married, all the problems you had while you were dating get fixed. So now you expect a perfect person because you put a ring on their finger. Like, this ring didn't change the heart I have. Yeah. This ring didn't change my mind. So the reason you got to have grace is we think that we're living into death, but really we're living into new births. Every new phase is a new version of us. Yeah. So even if a mustache grew, even if our cuticles, no, baby, not your. Okay.
I thought you said even if a mustache grew. So I'm like,
no, I said our mustache. Just talking about like men in general.
Oh.
Yeah. Let me finish the point. It'll probably make more sense.
Don't zoom in.
Even if no one's zooming in. You don't have a mustache. Literally don't. You're good. I'm looking at you. I'm right next to you, baby. It's all good. I would have told you before we got ready. Put your makeup on, baby. Get the pluck in and do your thing.
Get the pluck in?
Whatever you do to get rid of it, I don't know.
See, get rid of it. That means I have one.
No, I've just heard you overtalk. I've never seen you with a mustache. I've just heard you overtalk. Oh, I had to get rid of. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't see it.
I didn't know I got a mustache sometimes, yo.
You Jamaican. Jamaican women tend to be like hairier than most.
I'm not hairy. I don't shave my arms. I'm kind of light skinned, so y'all can't really. I'm not a hairy person.
Listen, I'm just saying.
Ladies, y'all have mustaches sometimes?
Yes, women grow mustaches.
But I want them to. I need to know. It's
not as thick because the testosterone in their bodies are not as high. So it's just not as thick.
All right, just.
Yeah. But it grows.
So you admit it.
I think
Bottom line, yes. I have a mustache?
No, you do not have a mustache right now.
No, but like in life sometimes, yes?
I don't know because you shave it before I ever see it.
So yes, because what am I shaving? My epidermis?
So what do you need my confirmation?
I need to hear you admit whether I do or not.
I can't admit.
How did we end up here?
You.
We.
I can't admit to something that I don't see. I'm just taking your word that it's there because you tell me you shave it. Make sense?
Okay.
It's the body. Our hair actually are the antennas of the body that make us aware of when there's danger or when there's things around us. Our hair is actually the literal thing that signals our skin and signals our body that there's something around. That's why you ever been scared and they say, oh, the hair stood up, or you ever felt a certain emotion and they say your hair stand up, because your hair is actually the first responder to what's going on in your environment. So if any human grows their hair out anywhere, typically the hair will grow in most places. It just won't grow as much for women because you have lesser levels of testosterone.
So you wouldn't mind if I let it grow?
Oh, my God. I don't know what this episode is about. This is I'm about to change that title of this episode to Does Amanda Have a Mustache? Is what it's called.
All right. We already get.
Here's the question. Do you want a mustache?
No.
Okay. Then you don't need
Would
to
you
ask.
be mad?
Stop. Because you're going down the rabbit trail. You don't need to ask what I want or don't want.
I do, because I want you to be attracted to me.
Hey, hear me out.
I just don't want you to get turned off.
To be attracted to you. Do you think you growing a mustache? Because now you're.
All right, let's just.
Lights. Do you think you growing a mustache, Amanda, will make me more attracted to you?
It would show you.
Answer my question. Do you think you growing a mustache?
I don't like how you're talking to me. Okay. No. All right. What about, is this like body hair overall?
How deep you want to go with this? Because I don't know where this is going.
How deep is your love? I really need to know. 'Cause we're living in a world of fools. I forgot the next line. Making a town when we all should let us be. We belong to you.
Finish.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this later because I got...
There's nothing to talk about. Do you think you growing a mustache is going to
All
make
right,
me
but
more
I said
attracted
no,
to you?
but I got other body hairs.
So then asking me
to talk about...
No. Telling me you're asking these questions because you want to make sure I'm attracted to you, and the only other option out of what you've been presenting to me the last 19 years is to actually grow it?
All right, I'm not going to do it.
Let's think about this.
All right, I won't grow my mustache.
Oh, my...
I won't. I said I won't grow my mustache.
You saying it out loud as if it was ever an option. You were never going to grow your mustache.
But I had to
Okay, you know what? I feel myself getting disrespectful, so I want to calm down.
Oh, see how you had the opportunity to put this into practice? And be an example?
Sure.
I feel like that was a sarcastic sure.
No, I'm being an example of
long suffering.
Learn when to speak. Yeah.
Of
exactly.
long suffering. And patience.
Yeah, fruits. Bearing fruits.
All right. Let's just get into the last one. What's your last tip? What's your last tip?
My last tip is key right now because I need to do it for myself. It's understanding the importance of prayer early in your marriage. Not wait until trials hit you and your spouse. Creating a space. Now, I know that we have a context that is not of the same faith as us, entirely. So I need to make sure that I'm clear about this. I'm not telling you to call on God the Father in the name of Christ Jesus, his son, believing that he'll do it, even though I believe that that's the formula right there. But I'm going to leave that alone. But you need to create space to meditate on and understand that there is something bigger than you and greater than you.
Jesus.
Outside of you, but still inside of you.
Woo! And his name is Jesus.
Okay, we're not doing that right now.
But I felt it deep on the inside. Jesus' love is a bubbling over. Okay, yes.
But understanding early, I think when we first got married, I was already a minister when we first got married. You were already active member of the church and stuff like that. But even at home, not to say we didn't pray, but I think our prayers were very locked into certain moments. Protection when we're about to drive.
Collective prayer, not collective prayer.
Yeah, collective prayer is what I'm referring to. Protection when we're about to drive. Praying over our food together when we're about to eat. And that kind of was it.
And if there was some big family.
Sure, but I think creating a habit where y'all are regularly seeking power that is within you, but it's fueled from something outside of you. Making space for that time because listen, we walked into marriage understanding the importance of prayer as individuals. Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave Dashawn alone at this time, at this hour. I know he got his prayer time. Oh, I see Amanda praying, I'm gonna leave her alone. But we didn't understand how important it was to come together and really pray and cover our marriage and cover our household and cover our children to come that weren't there yet. And, I just think that if you get on that earlier, it lays a foundation against early marital attacks. And I said this last episode, but I do believe that I need to repeat it. There is an intentional attack on marriages early to keep them from living out to their full fruitfulness of what those couples could be if they gave each other grace, space to grow, and what those people actually turn out to be together. So I just think that something about coming together for one cause, it reinforces unity in your home, reinforces alignment about your goals and alignment about your vision, alignment about the God that you're submitted to. Like really coming under, like, nah, you don't listen to me. I don't got to listen to you. It's like, nah. We are collectively listening to the Almighty. And,
That's right.
and that puts our financial, our emotional, our spiritual goals at a different level.
For sure.
So don't wait for tragedy. Don't wait till y'all seeing a therapist to want to like pray and call on your pastor. Don't wait till something tragic happens. You know?
Yeah, lay that strong spiritual foundation early on.
Yeah.
So that when you're gonna argue, stuff is gonna happen. Family members are gonna die. Your relationship is gonna encounter certain trials and tragedies, and it's going to happen. So if you start off with a certain foundation and a starting point of of where you circle back to in those moments, you won't ever, it just, like you said, reinforces unity. We're on the same page with how we handle these situations. And it just kind of fuels you with a strength to get through it.
And let me say this, yo. Prayer is sneaky. Prayer is sneaky because it makes changes in you that you don't realize are being made because you think you get up from prayer and you think you're the same person.
Yeah.
Until something happens and you realize you're not the same person.
It's true.
Right? Like prayer is so sneaky.
Subtle.
It's like, it's subtle because you got like, all right, cool, I pray. And you think you the same Dashawn, same Amanda, walking through, all right, cool. And then something comes up and it hits you and you realize something you prayed about was like in you.
You praying for, right. You
guard
praying for
against what is trying to attack. You know what I'm saying? And I even noticed this. I'm going to say this. You don't know this because I don't think I've ever shared this with you. But I'm going to share it publicly. I'm at my worst in terms of communication with the divine when we are not in a good space. Like, it's so hard to talk and say, thank you for another day. Thank you for, when I'm like, I am ticked off right now. It almost is like, God is like, all right, you want to talk to me? Go get it right. I ain't got nothing to say to you. Even though I know that's not how God is thinking, it's almost like my heart don't even feel comfortable being in his presence until I'm like, all right, can we fix this and figure this out? Because I need to go talk to my father. This is interrupting me. It's so sneaky. It like makes me have to break grudges if I want my strong spiritual foundation.
Yeah. It makes us more like God.
Of my spiritual foundation.
Like we have to forgive. We have to give grace. It makes us more like him.
Oh, that's crazy. It makes you more like God. Yo, you crazy with it.
Because marriage is a reflection of God's relationship with the church. And if he forgives us, we got to forgive each other as that model.
Yo, you just answered something I couldn't figure out. Why I was having this issue was like, yo, why I can't talk to him when me, because it's not just like when other things are going on in life. It's like when me and you are at odds.
Specifically, right?
Specifically, it's like, I can't even talk to God. What am I saying? I ain't got nothing to say till I figure this out with you. And I get convicted and I go 2 days, day and a half, 3 hours. I can't go say nothing in. It's like, yo, all right, we can stupid talk about it when we get home. And now I'm fixing like, all right, we good? All right. Heavenly Father, I love you. I thank you. I give you all the praise. I give you all the... Joy me getting back right. It's like, he's like, all right, we make up now. And I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So prayer sneaky. It makes me act like God. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
It really make me act like God.
Yeah.
You just cracked the code. Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's why you married me, King.
You already should know that.
Heard. So yeah, I mean, between the last 2 episodes, this one and the previous episode, we gave y'all what, 6 of our tips.
6 things we wish we knew
as newlyweds. So we hope that it's been helpful to y'all. It's definitely been helpful to us, even at this stage in marriage, to revisit some of those points and consider how we can continue to apply them to our marriage, continue to use them, and not just dismiss them as our marriage continues to be tenured and we continue to grow and become a lot more seasoned. But these are not just tips for the start of your marriage. but they're tips that you want to implement at the beginning of the marriage, but build upon as your marriage continues to grow. So don't just use it the first month, the first year, the first 18 months. Lay that foundation and then continue to build upon it as your marriage grows, as your marriage flourishes and develops. Continue to build on the foundation from the tips that we shared with you guys or any other tips that you have. This is not a comprehensive list, just a few things that we definitely wish we would have had a bit more insight in at the beginning.
That's dope. Yeah. And yo, if you, I want to say this, and this is not to be like exclusive and exclude people out, but if you've been married 5 years or more, there's other things you would add, put it in the comments on our social medias. Drop it in the comments on YouTube. Engage with us because
we would love to learn.
For us, you know, these are the lessons we wish we knew at the start of our marriage. But if you've been married 5 years or more and you want to help out some newlyweds, some people that just got married or are seeking love and are want to go into it as healthily as possible, drop some other things you wish you knew at the top of your marriage, at the start of your marriage, that could help us put together a comprehensive list of things for some newlyweds out there that just want to make sure they make their love last. Make it last forever. Oh, yeah. I feel like you was about to sing the same thing, but we were in 2 different keys.
I want my own note.
Okay. Got your own note, baby.
All right.
All yours.
This or that.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. All right. Would you rather hire a chef or a house cleaner?
3, 2, 1.
House
chef.
Cleaner.
What?
For me, it's like, all right, I cook because we got to eat. I don't necessarily enjoy cooking. But a house, it's like if I cook the meal, if I have a house cleaner, you got to clean the dishes. It's like, it's part of the process, I think. And it's just, God. When you take like a cleaning day, it just takes all day.
Then you got to clean the dishes. Or I have to clean the dishes.
No, but I want a house cleaner.
I get it. I guess what I'm saying is I respect your opinion. I just didn't understand how your rationale changes if the role is switched. Like how your rationale makes it more compelling to have a cleaner. That makes sense. I didn't
because they got to clean the whole house. For me, having a chef is just confined to the kitchen. If I have a house cleaner, I'm sorry. I couldn't get how that was incomplete.
Yeah.
Having a house cleaner is just like everything. You got to do the bathroom, the kitchen, the living room.
I respect it. I disagree, but I respect it. What I would say is my rationale is this. I think we're both pretty decent cooks. Like we could whip up something pretty.
Yeah, we go kind of crazy in the kitchen.
Yeah, we kind of go stupid. Yeah. But what I would say is this. I don't think like there's like levels to cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas cleaning, it's like, I think once you get to a certain level, it's like, I don't know if there's like more than a better cleaner you can become. Like, it's like, once you know how to clean, you know how to clean. So it's like a chef can like take our food to like levels of stuff that like, oh, I would have never thought to make that. And a cleaning is like, you can't do nothing different than I can do.
Yeah.
You're just saving me time.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I guess that's what it boils down to
you
for
want
me.
The time. Like, okay, yeah, I respect that. You want the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Healthy disagreement.
All right, next question.
All right, here we go. When you're stressed, would you rather receive emotional support or have your spouse do helpful tasks? 3, 2, 1. Emotional support. Yeah.
When I'm stressed, I don't really like stop working. Like I'm still productive, I think. I procrastinate a little bit and I'll do like bits and pieces of work here and there, but I just need to feel reconfirmed, I think.
Affirmed.
What I said?
Confirmed.
Reaffirmed. Reconfirmed is crazy.
It's getting a little late.
I apologize. I just need like a bit more reinforcement about, I just need you here for me.
Yeah. I think most of the time if I'm stressed with tasks, they're not really tasks I can pass off.
Yeah, that's true.
Or at least not to you.
Yeah.
Like, because it's not like in your wheelhouse. You know what I mean? So I can't just like say, hey, can you do this 15-page paper for me? Because you have none of the resources that I've had to read in order to write the paper. You know what I mean? Like, and even if you had, I wouldn't. That's just, I'm in school right now. That is academic dishonesty. So.
Nobody has to.
Amanda, shut up. Don't even play like that.
I'm not playing, yeah. He has never.
I graduate in 2 months. Do not play around with that. No, I wouldn't ask. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm stressed because I have just a lot of work to do, it's like, it's not always things I can pass off, but the emotional support is helpful.
Yeah.
A little massage, a little baby, you got this, a little, what you want to eat, King? You know what I'm saying? Well, you do that, Joe. I'll be like, I'll get some fried mushroom, a little rasta pasta, you feel me? A little asparagus on the side. Appreciate that. You can put a little barbecue sauce for the fried mushroom. Thank you very much. Some coconut water in the cup. Thank you, Queen. Love you. That's too much.
That's what you want to eat?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Fried mushrooms it is. All right, last question. Would you rather have...
This is wild. I don't
would
even
you
like
rather
this
have
question.
a third arm or a third leg?
I don't... Okay.
3, 2, 1. Third arm.
Like,
It's the cameraman, honestly. Why? Why are you covering your face? You said it, not me. Ha ha. I was mature this time. I didn't say, hey, you! You said it.
I mean, you kind of going crazy. That question is... I just feel like... I don't know. I think...
I'm trying to be appropriate also.
I think a third leg gets in the way more than a third arm.
I think a third arm allows me to be more productive throughout my day.
Yo,
all right, later. Later, y'all.